The biggest technical challenge was trying to look at the variety of content you can have, video, audio, static documents, and determine how we could measure whether that student was engaged with that content, even if it's something that doesn't provide formative assessment at the end. We wanted to know that they were engaged with that content.
Lee County Schools in Fort Myers, Florida, is successfully leveraging real-time data captured from their digital learning ecosystem to simplify the instructional workflow for their teachers and keep them better informed of student performance and engagement.
20 years ago, I was one of those teachers who was actively seeking out web quests and spending hours and hours and days in a week or two to plan out something utilizing technology for my students to be able to use.
The problem was that all of the content is tied to each manufacturer's analytics system. So for a teacher, you have to log into like 12 different places to see how your student was doing.
The Lee County digital learning ecosystem is built upon the IMS standards conforming Safari Montage Learning Object Repository.
We first tackled the question of what data do we need from what system. The next one was to come up with how we were going to transport that data to one place. And we opted to use Caliper, the IMS standard, to bring that in.
One thing that I usually do is I start off by creating a playlist, searching by standards or topics based on what our learning needs are. And from there, I then take them and put them into a Google Doc. We call this our learning log. And I use that to manage the content that's being released to my students.
It helps you keep track of what you're doing, and it has links to websites if you need to do research and stuff.
The learning log is where there's a bunch of other there's a bunch of activities and things to do, and then you can do it in any order you want to.
When you go into it, it's a bunch of columns of stuff that you need to do. It's listed and very organized. It tells if you could do it independently or with a partner, and it's just really helpful for us.
As students work within the digital learning ecosystem, real-time data from the smart learning objects is collected.
As we take that data, it's all kind of shoved over using this Caliper feed and rolled up into a database that the teachers now see in their dashboards immediately.
By using the classroom analytics, that tells me right now, okay, I know my students know what to do, but are they actually doing it?
A big part of this is the implementation of smart objects that are tagged with a variety of metadata that passes through the system using our Caliper feed.
The activity report is a great way for me to be able to see exactly who was doing what, when.
What we're seeing from teachers like Rochelle is that they're able to monitor what's going on throughout the day with all of their students, and they have procedures in place to be able to monitor what the students are doing, as well as have the students self-monitor and make the teachers aware when they need some assistance or when they're struggling.
It's really helpful for her to see what we've been doing and the pace that we're keeping up with.
She's able to look at your history, and then she has an app called Go Guardian where she could see everything that's going on everyone's screen.
It feels a lot better because it makes you less worried, and it makes you just work better, and for me, if I know that I'm on track.
We have teachers that perhaps a year ago felt slightly disconnected from their students. Now they're feeling a lot more connected.
Our reality today was just unfathomable to me then. This is what I had dreamed of 20 years ago. I didn't know if I would see it during my career or not, but I'm so happy that I'm able to provide my students with these learning opportunities with a few clicks of a mouse.